Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, the second one. Hanging here one last time with our girl, the Emerald Herald, as we get back to the DLC. Alright, so last time we finished up the Old Iron King DLC, fought the Fume Knight, fought Sir Alon. Then we moved on to the Ivory King DLC, explored a lot of Frozen Alayum Loyce, beat up a giant tiger, talked to a lady. She dispelled a blizzard that's going through the city for us. So now we have to explore it again and find three wayward Loyce Knights so that they can help us put the Ivory King out of his misery. Before we do any of that, I have a hex I need to grab. So I'm going to try not to get murdered. Bad start. I should have put on a homeward bone, but I didn't. Ow, that's fine. Gimme. Thank you. Ow. Oh look, Master of Hexes. I got all of them, baby! Alright. So, with the magical ice that was blocking various pathways in Alayum Loyce now gone, we essentially get to explore the whole city again and find alternate pathways to find these Loyce Knights. Like I said last stream, I haven't done this before because I didn't realize this whole mechanic was even a thing, so this stream might run a little late, but I do intend to finish this game today, so... Oh, hey bud. Let me try and remember the controls. I haven't played this game in 2 weeks. Alright. I didn't stream last week because SGDQ was happening. Didn't end up watching much of the event this year, but what I did see was pretty good as usual. Ow. Let's try not to die. Okay. This is gonna be a little rough until I get my sea legs back. Oh, hello. No thanks. Go away, please. Thank you. While I'm thinking about it... Okay, good. We don't need the, we don't need the Silver Serpent Ring anymore. We're good on souls. What am I level? 181? That's absurd. Hello. I locked off on accident because I'm good at video games. Speaking of video games, have y'all been playing? What have y'all been playing lately? I recently downloaded Resident Evil 4 on the PSN store. Story about that, actually. I actually bought the PC port of the original last month on Steam. I was inspired to finally pick it up by watching a friend of mine stream the remake. So I thought, you know what? I should play this video game. It's good, people say. I'll grab this. Probably not gonna wear it. And I just installed it and tested it out yesterday, but it doesn't run. It doesn't run on my laptop, unfortunately. Like, it literally runs as if it's in slow motion. It was truly horrendous. Uh-oh. Alright, I gotta focus up here. I will resume my story in a second. Okay. So it was basically unplayable, and because I had waited too long to try it out, I missed the refund window So now it's just sitting uselessly in my Steam library forever. Unless I get a better computer somewhere down the line, of course, but that's probably not happening anytime soon. But luckily, it was on sale on the PSN store yesterday. It might still be on sale. It was like $8, so I downloaded it and I've been playing it that way. And you know, I'm not very far, but so far, pretty fun video game, turns out. It's also pretty hard when you're not familiar with it. It's stiffer than you might expect, given that that game inspired basically every third-person over-the-shoulder action game that came after it. You can't freely adjust the camera, and Leon's turn radius, his turn speed is like weirdly slow. Okay, that was, I don't know what's happening there. Yes, yes. And of course you have to stop entirely to attack at all. So it's kind of a lot to get used to. I haven't died yet, but I have had a few close calls, and I have admittedly reloaded a couple times. Stop dropping my lock on. But I suspect... Obviously it'll get harder as it goes on. Alright, I'm gonna need you to not do that play. Kill these nerds. Ah! You could all... Oh, shit. Shit. I'm amazed that didn't kill me. In fact, I'm amazed I'm dead. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, getting my sea legs back. We're just getting started. But yeah, Resident Evil 4. Turns out, pretty good video game. At least, you know, from what I've played so far. Probably a waste to pop one of these, but whatever. I've got 26 of them, it's fine. Hello, random other player. Goodbye, random other player. Hello, random other player with the Fume Knight set. That's not the Fume Knight set, that's the Smelter Demon set, I'm pretty sure. Any random summon signs for me? No? Alright. Shout out to the player whose name I forgot, who helped out last stream with the bonk strats. That was pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna try and run past these nerds. Kind of a dangerous proposition in Dark Souls 2. But I'm gonna go for it anyway. Hey man. Goodbye. See ya. This is bad. This is very bad. Excellent. Okay. So you kind of can't run past those dudes because of the guy blocking the narrow tunnel. So that's cool. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm going the right way. That's fine. Okay. The stream might run a little long, depending on how long it takes me to get my sea legs back, but we're doing this. I do fully intend to finish this game today, come hell or high water. Hey, bud. Alright, you've had your fun. I disagree with that. Just gonna go ahead and choke some Estus. Hello. Get backstabbed, nerd. I should probably life gem up just to be safe. Oh good, I got all 0 of my souls back. Isn't that nice? I should probably be a little more judicious with my spell usage. I've only got so many mana restoring items. Excuse me? That didn't count as a backstab? That counts as a backstab. That is a Exhibit A backstab right there. Oh. I entirely forgot about this one. That's fine. I watched the VOD for the last stream back when I uploaded it, and you can't see Ilium Loyce for most of it because of the blizzard. The visibility is extremely poor. Like it looked fine while I was playing it, but not the most watchable thing I've ever uploaded, I'll say that. But this should be much better, at least I'm hoping. Okay. This place sucks. Let's try not to die. Thank you. Okay, yes. Excuse me. We can access this elevator now. Later, nerds! So I am in fact heading the right way. I watched a video just as a quick reference to of where all the knights were. Just so I wouldn't be too— oh shit! What the f— okay, these hedgehogs are not to be messed with. Gross little creatures. I'm gonna just do that real quick. What are these golden fruit bombs I'm getting? I don't know. It's somewhere in this giant mess of an inventory. Temporarily increases faith. That's— nah. Fine. Alright, I gotta keep watch for those— for these little shits. Little assholes. I don't think there's a bonfire near— oh, shit! You traitor! Oh, this is bad. I should just wait for him to come to me. Speaking of which— take advantage of cover. I don't know what that did. I don't like it. If I can keep him stun locked. Oh, that was that big aura that they casted earlier. That was Promised Walk of Peace. You slowed yourself for no reason, bud. No, you prick! I can do this all day, asshole. And I will. Ignoring the witch, yes. Get some of my spells back. Don't you even... Ow. Go away! Okay. Thanks for the human effigy. This is dangerous as hell. Ow. Quit it. Alright, I need to chomp down on some herb. Goodness gracious me, that was dangerous. I'll take that. Hello, goodbye. Okay. This is treacherous, but so far we're doing pretty okay. I say that as I nearly get hit by a spell, and then get hit by a spell. Alright, we gotta get up this ladder. I'm glad both of their spells entirely missed. Is there anything up here for me? Let's wait on that. We gotta get this gate open to find the knight. I know that much. I like the effect of when you roll around in certain stuff, your clothes get, like, covered in it. That's a cool effect. Pick that up. I tried to say that and those at the same time and... Oh good, a bonfire. Okay, not going up there, but forward progress has been made. And since we killed that invader, we don't have to worry about him again. Which is nice. Okay, I can go up here. Need to be wary of ambushes. As you can see by the fact that we can lock onto this dude, he is not to be trusted. We're doing it. We're playing footsies. You better run, you coward. I guess I'm just gonna ignore him. Works for me. Dun da da da! The gate is open! Y'all are seeing that health bar pop up, right? That was weird. I don't trust this. I guess I can trust this? I didn't notice this before. Was it always just sitting there? I mean, I'll take the bolt stones, sure. That was a little weird. Anyway. Just trucking right along, and wow, that weapon buff lasts a while, huh? Okay. Just checking my microphone to make sure it's not muted and I haven't been talking to myself this entire time. I mean, I have been. But also... Oh shit, it's a covetous demon. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, I guess we're doing this. This dude wasn't terribly hard. Yeah, we're shredding him. Just gotta wait for our Stambalam to come back. Huh! Whoa, Black Raider. Stambalam. Huh! Come on, dude, you gotta try harder than that. Okay, he tried harder than that. That's fair. No reason to take any chances. Sick. Thanks for the souls. It's always a little spooky when you run into a former boss as like a regular enemy, because these games don't do that very often, but when they do, it's like, you shouldn't be here. It's kind of cursed a little bit. Oh shit. These things are terrible, I hate them. Ah! Prick! You know what? Stabbing is a good word. Also, hi, Mr. Chris. Thanks for tuning in. I'm, in the middle of trying to finish up the Ivory King DLC. Gotta track down some Loyce Knights so they can help me fight the boss. Because I don't want to do that shit by myself. That would not be a good time. Which way is the way forward here? Is this it? No, that just leads back here. Okay. Shortcut, I guess. I nabbed those. Alrighty. Oh my god. There are so many enemies. Okay, that's just a statue. That hedgehog is feeling very framey today, it seems like. Alright, golem time. JK, I gotta get rid of this other hedgehog! Oh shit. Saw that coming a mile away. Let me crush a couple of these. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Something about those hedgehogs makes them... something about their animations makes them very frames per second when you're far enough away from them. I'm not sure what the deal is, but it is funny. Oh, shit! Hello. Need you out of the way pronto. Bait an attack. Narrate my every action. Hiya! We'll call it even. Ow! No! Stop it! Let me pop one of these, get some spell charges back, and we'll be on our way. Cool enemy design, I like it. They're like those statues in Drangleic Castle, except they're trying to kill you. Hello! Jesus Christ. I'm getting jump scared all over the place today. Yeah, the Old Iron King boss fights are no joke. Fume Knight and Sorolon are both very hard. Although, actually, to be honest, I've never had much trouble with Sorolon. I don't think that's a common reaction, but I've just found that you just gotta be patient. Like, dodge an attack, get 1 or 2 hits in, stop. It's like, it's a game of trading hits, except you're doing a lot more dodging than he is. I don't know. I like that fight a lot. And it has very cool music. Maybe one of these days I'll do a no damage battle against him and it will be incredible. That's not good. In fact, I'm just gonna do this. Me throw some repair powder, and we're good. You gotta know when to retreat in these games. I'm not sure which of the 3 DLCs is my favorite. They all have their merits, but they're all also very difficult. I think, I think the Sunken King DLC is... Oh, shit! Well, anyway. Oh, this is the other side of the bridge. Okay. I see what's happening now. Yeah, y'all do that. Meanwhile, I will just kill you. Huh? No! Hi, Parl. Thanks for tuning in. I'm trying not to die right now. Sunken King is cool, but it's like... It's filled with so many traps, and... Sin is not my favorite boss fight in the world. Old Iron King is cool, Sorolon's a great fight, but that's just like way hard. And this is also very cool, but just like navigating it is kind of a maze, and I don't know. I'm not sure which is my favorite. I guess just based on final fights, probably this DLC. It has my favorite arena out of the 3. And the fight itself is cool. Just both conceptually and mechanically. I guess probably this DLC is my favorite. Ow. Why did I not dodge that? Anyway, moving right along. Stupid hedgehogs, said Dr. Eggman. Go away. I was imagining a corpse drop. Cool. Gotta be close to one of the knights at this point, right? Oh, Jesus. How many of you nerds are there? Go away. I'm just trying to find a knight. Oh, let me get behind you. Yeah! Backstab damage. Yeah, Sunken King is very cool, environmentally speaking. I mentioned, I talked about it when we went through it, but it reminds me a lot of like just a really solid Tomb Raider level. But with the fact that you're navigating this huge abandoned temple and there are traps everywhere. Nobody's really making games like Tomb Raider anymore. Not even the Tomb Raider games are like Tomb Raider anymore. They're like these weird third-person survival action games. Granted, I haven't played any of those. Maybe they're good, but they just don't really seem my kind of vibe much. And I got other games I want to play. Please be almost there. Anyone else? Anybody else want to get murdered? Oh, thank God. Hey, man. Okay. One night down, 2 to go. Let's get the hell out of here. The next one should be near this bonfire. Do. Exploring places you've already been to find hidden pathways. Those conjured weapons come out faster than I expect them to every single time. Go away. Thank you. Hey, man. Nice. These dudes can be surprisingly dangerous if you let them live, so I would prefer not to. Alright, get down here. Get down here so you can get shanked, please. Thank you. Ow! Piss! Playing footsie with crystal monsters. I disagree with that. Oh shit. Okay, he died. Good. Ah, Thief. I've heard of those games. They're very well regarded from what I understand, but I have never played any of them. I am just the worst at stealth, so I tend to not play stealth games at all. Or non-stealth games where stealth is otherwise a heavy component of it. I'm just bad. It's weird. Like, generally I'm very patient in a lot of aspects, both in real life and when it comes to video games, but for some reason when I have to stealth through a place, I'm just not. I'm just like, ugh. I hate waiting for patrols. I hate waiting for, like, the right opportunity to sneak by dudes. I hate waiting for takedown opportunities. I'm just like, ugh. Just let me do the thing. Anyway, moving right along. I should be able to open this now. Nope. Not from this side. Oh, hello. That was almost bad. I guess that's why I like this game more than most, at least compared to others in the series. Oh, fuck off. Sorry for the F-bomb, I just don't like enemies getting Estus. This game is very methodical, even compared to other Dark Souls games. Enemies move kind of slowly. You can generally wait to get your hits in pretty consistently. I'm not going that way. Hello. Yeah. Oh, hi. I didn't see you. Go away. Oh, shit, that's a mimic. I will respond to your point in a second, Parl. I need to kill this mimic first. What are you doing over there? I mean, that'll help me kill you easier, but still. I have, thanks for the Katarina armor, I have never played a Metal Gear game, and I don't really intend to, because A, again, see my previous point about stealth games, and B, they just seem really, really long-winded. Like, comically so. Like, usually when people complain about long cutscenes in video games, or like long periods of expository dialogue, I'll roll my eyes a little bit and be like, dude, it's not that bad. But like, everything I've seen about MGS games is like, dude, shut the hell up. Please be more concise. You could have said this in 2 sentences. Would it took 15 somehow? It's like, I don't know. And like, I'm not claiming to be the greatest writer or anything, but like, something's gotta give. This is... Little did you know, this is not just Dark Souls 2, but also Cadenza's Video Game Hot Takes Hour. Okay. This is the new path forward here. So we will immediately get attacked by this jabroni. Gonna chow down on some herb real quick before I go down these stairs. Alright. Don't fall down. It's not a death pit, but don't fall down. Ah! Screw you, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're doing this, I guess. Yeah, you come up here. Ow! Piss off. Said, piss off. Thank you. Gotta remember there are 2 dudes on that side. Anybody over here? Take that. Metal Gear Solid 2. That's the one with Raiden as the protagonist, isn't it? Huh! The only thing I know about that game is the fact that Raiden is the protagonist, and the fact that Yell Dead Cell is a bop of a boss theme. That is the extent of my knowledge of that game. Oh, also, you fight the president at some point? Spoilers for a 20-year-old game, I guess. Sorry. That was not very considerate of me. Why did I do that animation? Why would I ever want to bop somebody with my staff when I can shoot dark magic out of it instead? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Give me your ice rapier I'm never going to use. Thank you. Which ladder do I want to go? I think down is forward progress vis-a-vis finding knights. Yes, I also like when people say nonsense but take it deadly seriously. It's just I prefer that in comedies. Like, not that it can't be in other places, obviously. Again, I haven't played this game, so take my opinions with a grain of salt. One of my favorite movies is Airplane, and that movie is just wall-to-wall stupid jokes that people take deadly seriously. I think literally the stage direction the actors were given would be like, play this part, say this line like you don't know you're in a comedy. And like that type of extreme, exaggerated deadpan, I live for that shit. Like, to the point where sometimes I'll confuse people, like when I say a joke, because I'll be so deadpan about it that they can't tell that I'm not being serious. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is my life, that's fine. You know, I haven't seen that movie in a couple years. I want to give that a rewatch. Yes, God. I love that shit. Just, I have a drinking problem, and then just cleanly misses his face every single time he tries to take a drink for literally the rest of the movie. I love that. Or the bit where the guy is talking to somebody and he's wearing sunglasses and he takes them off to reveal an identical pair of sunglasses that are still covering his face. Like, I love stupid shit like that. It cracks me the hell up. I didn't realize for many years that a lot about that movie, from like a structural standpoint and in terms of general plot and stuff, were taken from like a specific film called 0 Hour, which is like an airline disaster movie from the 50s that I haven't watched, to the point where they like had to credit the writers on it so as to not get sued. But like, nah. But okay, I gotta kill these dudes. Nope. Come on. I will explain my point in a second. Okay. Anyway, but I found that you didn't really need to get the references to still laugh at that movie. That's the good kind of parody. That's the best kind of parody. One where you don't need to understand what they're making fun of to laugh at the jokes. That's good shit right there. I'll take some dusk herbs, thank you. Speaking of which. Nice. Get some spells back. Did not think I would be talking about Airplane tonight, but here we are. What were y'all doing? Y'all were... oh shit, there's more. Y'all were sleeping on the job. These dogs are weirdly non-threatening. And I say that as somebody who almost died to them like 2 minutes ago. But like, they're not that bad? Maybe it's just because I'm almost at level 200, I don't know. Oh, you're talking about Hot Shots. Yeah, that movie specifically riffs on Top Gun. God, I haven't seen that movie in forever. I feel like maybe that movie won't hold up as well as Airplane does for reasons. But yeah, the Zucker brothers, they were just like, they were really on it for a while, and then sometime in the mid-2000s they just lost it and stopped making funny movies. Like, they still made movies, but I don't know, something about those was just not as good as the... I'm trying to talk about movies while also trying not to get killed by these nerds. Let me just retreat a little bit. Wow, I lost aggro with an enemy in a Dark Souls. In Dark Souls 2. That's weird. I didn't dodge that shit at all. There we go. The only thing I remember from... Okay, I remember a couple things from Hot Shots. One, I'm pretty sure Weird Al was in one of them. Don't remember the extent of his involvement in it, though. And two, I remember a joke where the protagonist is rescuing a character He's like, can you walk? And the guy's like, no. They tied my shoelaces together. And he's like, those bastards. That one. It's so stupid, but it's also really funny. Anyway. We found another Loyce Knight. Hell yeah. Get your ass to the party room. Thank you. I want to see what's up this elevator before we warp back. Probably nothing too major, but I'm gonna check it out anyway. Doo-doo-doo. Going up. Ah, another shortcut door. Okay, let's... Warp time! Going back to bonfire. Gotta find one more knight. And he should be somewhere past here. You know, I thought maybe I might be streaming late tonight, but we're actually making pretty good time. Because after this, there's the Ivory King, and then there's the final boss gauntlet. Oh shit. Pretty rude of you to start me right here, game. Hey, bud, are you good? Yeah, it is kind of weird. Oh, hello. That dude just Tokyo drifted in here. It is kind of weird how popular Airplane still is, relatively speaking. That movie was also, like, wildly successful the year it came out. It made bank compared to what its budget was. I think it's a combination of things, really. Part of it is like probably a mimetic thing. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I just know that I love that movie. It's very silly and it's very dear to my heart. Joey, do you like watching movies about gladiators? I know you, you're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, etc., etc. Alright, this is not an ideal situation, but I'm gonna make it work, and I'm gonna start by retreating a little bit, give myself more room to work with. Yeah, you go ahead and attack, please. Oh, don't grab me. That's not gonna work out well for me. I don't like when this game does that. Like when I dodge an attack, and it clearly shows me dodging it, but then I get hit in the animation anyway, but like my character doesn't flinch, I just keep going. Like, disagree. Come on. You, follow me. Get out of here so I can kill you. Ow. Shit. That should have been a backstab. I disagree, video game. It's fine. Nobody asked me. I'm not a game designer yet. Go away, please. Thanks. I am running low on life gems, I say, as I hold 55 of them in my inventory. I should probably stock up on them soon. I will before the boss fight. Alright, get up. Thank you. Are you gonna come to life and try and kill me? No? Mimic! Always check for mimics. It always weirds me out that the mimics can shoot acid at you in this game. I don't think that's a thing they can do in any of the other games they appear in. F off! I keep almost dropping F-bombs. Oh, okay, we're doing this. Thanks for the symbol of avarice here at the tail end of this playthrough. For those of you who don't know, that lets you basically wear a mimic head as a helmet, and it increases the drop rate of items, and I think it also increases the souls you get when you kill enemies, but it also drains your HP by like 1% per second or something like that. So, you know, you can't just have something in these games, you gotta work for it, even when you're grinding for items. Yeah. Just this game that lets mimics spit acid at you. I find that Dark Souls 2 mimics are generally the least threatening ones, because they crawl around on all fours and they're like a lot easier to avoid. Whereas the ones in Dark Souls 1 and 3 can friggin' karate kick you? And it takes off a stupid amount of your health, too. Whereas with these ones, you just, oh, okay, can I, come on, guys, I'm trying to, really? Okay, we're doing this. Where is this asshole? Where is this asshole? I don't know where this asshole is. I guess I'll kill these other enemies first. Oh, hell. Ow. Get rid of one, thank you. Okay, I'm acclimating. I've gotten my sea legs back. Can't backstab this asshole. Holy shit! Oh my god, I had like 2 health there, I don't know if you saw. Wow, yeah, that's kind of a lot. That was the rudest crystal soldier warrior person. But yeah, I guess that helps. Is that I guess there was kind of a glut of disaster movies in the 1970s that Airplane was primed to spoof. I apologize if I'm not responding to your points more articulately, Mr. Chris. I don't have Twitch open right now on my laptop because I'm trying to save on bandwidth, and for whatever reason, the PS4 stream overlay doesn't like fully display messages if they're long enough. But so sometimes they'll just get cut off, but I am trying my best here. I don't think I want that chest enough to contend with 3 of those. I don't care what's in it. Well, I'm happy to have you here, Mr. Oh, are you kidding me? What the fuck was that? Now you show up. You asshole! This isn't a player, this is an NPC invader. He's just programmed to do that. Fuck off, FromSoft. Jesus Christ. Sorry for the F-bombs, but come on. Ah, shit, I have very few Dark Orb casts left. That entirely missed. Come on over here, I know you wanna. I am so glad that missed. Alright. we go. Pop one of these babies. Yeah, I noticed that. The NPC invader that guards Sir Alon in the Iron King DLC is like it's just this dude that shoots arrows at you, but then once you kill him, a bunch more copies of him spawn in, which is like, come on, that's so rude. It's like, y'all are doing this on purpose. Okay. This is the way to the knight, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately for you, jackasses, I know how to use environmental cover. You okay there, bud? Ow! I mean, in hindsight, it is very funny, but it's also just so rude. Oh shit. I'm just gonna get this knight and go. Come on, come on, come on. Hurry up and go to the party zone, buddy, please. Thank you. Get me out of here. Oh. Right in front of the church. Nice. Okay. Now that we've rescued all the knights, we can properly fight the Ivory King, but before we do that, I'm going to head back to Majula really quick to rest up and resupply. And maybe get a couple levels. Although, honestly, I'm not sure what I even want to level at this point. My stats are basically where they need to be. There you are. Hi, Herald.
Bearer until...
Sure. More HP doesn't hurt. See you later.
Hi,
Malincha.
thank you.
Yep. Okay, let's reconfigure my items. I'm gonna want that and that. Let's see. Do I want to put anything on? Do I have a... I do have a magic defense ring. That might be helpful. Sure. We'll go ahead and try it. Okay. Oh, I gotta warp to the cathedral itself, right. Alright, I don't know how long this is gonna take me. I did beat this boss first try, my first time through this DLC, but only because I had summoned another player for help. Don't know how it's gonna go this time, but I do know that I need a restroom break, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Are there any random player summon signs down to help me? Hello? Oh, it's Lucatiel. No thanks. She is great, but I don't think an NPC summon is going to be especially helpful here. Hello? Okay, welcome to the party, Jazzy Oblong 5'6". Let's go. Twiggy Shay. Maybe we'll try him if this doesn't work out. Hello. Alright, let's go fight as a boss. I don't know if you have voice chat turned on, Mr. or Miss Jazzy Oblong, but I'm streaming right now for a tiny audience. Alright, they're ready to go. Let's party, boys. Welcome to the old chaos. What a sick-ass arena. What a sick-ass concept for an arena. Alright, the boss isn't gonna show up yet. We gotta get rid of these charred Loyce Knights. And, ow! Not off to a great start. Not off to a great start. We gotta get rid of all these knights, is what I'm trying to say. And seal up those portals. Ow! Hate that. Do this. Put some stank on my sword. That didn't help much. This fight's kind of a lot, as you can tell. Yeah, teamwork, let's go! Alright, dickface. Huh! These Pyromancer dudes are extremely dangerous. You don't want them to hang around if you can help it. It's like the Loyce leggings. Alright, here he comes, the big man himself. Again, what a sick-ass concept for a fight. It's your boy, the Burnt Ivory King, let's go. Oh lord, he coming. Shit! That was almost bad. Ah! buffing his sword. That doesn't actually increase the range of it, but it does increase the damage. Nah. You know, we're doing pretty good, actually. Screw you, asshole. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah! Jazz the Oblong with the final blow. Let's go. Hell yeah. Thanks for the assist, stranger. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you and bye. Hell yeah. Alright, let me go grab this crown. That's what we came here for. Alright, let's get out of here. Go talk to Alsanna before we leave. Oh man, that ruled. I've had several moments like that this playthrough of being assisted by random players. It's been a lot of fun. Digging it. It's kind of hard to do multiplayer in this game because of the whole soul memory system, but man, when it works, hell yeah.
You've granted my one wish.
Yup.
Now, I have no regrets. I was born amidst the dark. Long ago, in the depths of the abyss, my father perished.
That would be Manus.
The dark shattered into tiny pieces, one of which was me. How frightened I was. A frail thing, born from but a splinter of dark. I felt that I might simply disappear. I am, in fact, the incarnation of my father's fears. I saw that the king of this land was strong. I sought him only to sustain myself, to smother my fears. Now, I realize that he may have known all along. I was born of fear, and my Lord provided comfort. And so, here I remain, heiress to my Lord's wishes, watching over chaos. Until the end of time. The knights of Loyce were swallowed by the chaos, where their souls still remain. I pray for their deliverance. The knights were there.
Alright, that's it for Alsanna. I guess. If you, there's a way to clear this ice so that you can get up the stairs to reach her. I think it goes that you need to kill a certain number of charred Loyce Knights in that battle. Because I'm not sure if you can just go back there. I'm pretty sure if I were to jump down there now that the boss fight is inactive, I would just die. But, yeah, it's fine. Okay, that's all the DLC's done. There's, not a whole lot left to do. But before we go fight the final bosses and defeat the game, I am going to go visit Vendrick one last time. Because now that we have all 3 crowns from all 3 DLCs, he has something to give us. And more juicy lore tidbits, obviously. We gotta get that. I live for that shit. Give me those juicy lore tidbits. I crave it. That does mean more... That does mean one more kill the nerds in here routine. Go away, please. Thank you. Number 2. And number 3. Get rid of you, jabronis. Bonk. Come on, cooperate with me here. Thank you. Goodbye. Gotta go see a man about some crowns. Hi, Vendrick.
One day fire will fade, and dark will become a curse. Men will be free from death, left to wander eternally. Dark will again be ours, and in our true shape, we can bury the false legends of yore. Only, is this our only choice? Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. Seek strength. The rest will follow.
Right, so now that we've done all of that, yeah, now that we've done all that, King Vendrick has blessed these 3 crowns. So whichever one we wear, it doesn't matter which, as long as we're wearing it, we cannot be hollowed, ever. We're immune to it. Which is great, but also, that's not what we came here for. We came here to Drang Lake to look for a way to break the curse to break the undead curse. But this isn't that. This is like a stopgap solution, unfortunately. I tend to wear this one, the Ivory crown, just for aesthetic purposes. I do lose out on a couple spell casts, but I think it's fine for the fashion and for the anti-hollowing effect. Alright. we're gonna go back to Majula one last time. Level up some, stock up on supplies, see if anybody has any new dialogue. They probably don't. And then we will be off. Back to the Throne of Want, which we can actually access now.
Bearer of the... until... For when the undead... not...
Sure. Let's see. Gonna pop this. Not for levels. Ah, damn. I can't afford this. Oh well, I have 9 of them. This should be fine.
Lively.
Shut up. Melinshit, I have given you more single-handedly given you more business than literally anybody else. You know what? I don't need these anymore. Vendrick is dead.
Bye.
I'll take one of these.
Thank you.
Literally doesn't matter what I do with the rest of these. Okay. We're good. I'm going to want dark defense, because yeah, one of the final bosses in particular is real nasty with dark attacks. And speaking of, I want to put my chime here and my dark transgressor's leather shield here. If you'll remember, I upgraded this thing with I infused this thing with a dark stone so that it has 100% defense against dark attacks. Now if I can just remember to actually use the damn thing, we'll be in business. I'm also going to put on the gold pine resin so we can buff our rapier when the time comes for it. Alright. Never found this, huh? Okay, I don't know how long these fights are gonna take. We might do it first try, we might be here for a while. We'll have to see. Oh, actually... Wow, 60 faith? I'm not using that. Okay. Really, dude? I'm busy here. I gotta put the King's Ring back on. Gotta remember which one that actually is. King's Ring. I can put that back on. Hello, hello. It's the Herald. One more time. Let me find the optimal talk angle.
My journey is already complete. My name is Shanalot. The dragon gave me this name, for I was born with none. I was born of dragons, contrived by men. By ones who would cozen fate herself. They are the ones who created me. But they failed. I did not come out as intended. Fate would not be bested. and men were cursed once again. If you proceed, Nashandra will come after you, knowing that you will take the throne and link the fire. She covets the first flame and the great soul. Put Nashandra to rest.
All right. See you later, Shanalot. I really like this walk up to the final boss here. It's short, and it's very ominous. You see it off in the distance there. No enemies here to deal with. Just you and the long path to the end. Of course, if I die against the final boss, I will ruin the effect by sprinting to this next time, but that's neither here nor there. We do get a few NPC summons to help out here. You can summon the head of Vengarl if you defeat Vengarl's body in the Shaded Woods. You get this dude, who was added for the Scholar of the First Sin edition, otherwise a rando, and you also get Benhart. I guess you can just summon him here. I thought you had to complete his quest line to get him here, but no, I definitely didn't do that this playthrough, but he's just here. I'm gonna try and do this by myself. Maybe that's foolhardy, considering what this first fight's gonna be, but we'll see. So this first boss is actually a duel battle against two opponents, and their gimmick is they can revive each other. So if you kill one and then don't kill the other one within like 20 seconds or something, they will revive the dead one to full health. So what you want to do is whittle them down simultaneously and then kill them both off really quickly. I haven't done this by myself before, so this might be very difficult. We'll see. The Throne Watcher and Defender. The big guy is the Defender, the smaller one is the Watcher. That is a shit ton of damage. Ow. Also, there's a pit in here, so you can definitely fall off and die. You can lure these two to fall off the pit themselves, but it's kind of difficult to do. So I will not be going for it. I also don't know how to do it, so. Also, when they're halfway dead, they will buff their weapons. Stop blocking and let me attack you. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. I am probably way over leveled for this. Which is... uh-oh. No! I didn't get a chance to heal. Okay, but that is definitely extremely doable, though. I was doing mondo damage. I just gotta not get hit so much. And look, see? Since we're wearing the crown, no hollowing. It is very convenient. We don't have to use human effigies anymore, so that's cool. I'm sorry for not being an MLG pro gamer. I let you down. I let you all down. I'm sorry. Let me backstab you, please. Thank you. Do I have to watch the door opening animation every time? It's kind of rude. Okay. I think the Throne Watcher is going to be is going to be the problem here. Because they tend to block with their they seem to tend to block with their shield almost all the time, except when they're attacking. And that's usually when the defender also attacks, so it might be difficult to get hits in on them. But that's fine. That was a pretty decent first attempt. Got some valuable combat data. Yes, you can jump off of this path and send yourself careening to your death. I haven't done that before, that I remember, but it is a definite possibility, so, you know, don't do that. Any hoozle. I don't care about those souls. I'm not gonna bother collecting them. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna get the Watcher down first if I can. Nice backflip. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, she's dead, actually. This is not gonna go well. Alright. Get stamina broke. No, 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 no. Yes! Okay. We're not done yet, though.
Brave undead, you have proven yourself to me. Now, be one with the dark.
Ladies, I have a question. Ladies, is it gay if you both fight to the death over the throne of a ruined kingdom that will potentially perpetuate the cycle of undead death and suffering, and you're both girls? Is that gay? Asking for a friend. The friend is me. Also, what a cool design. She's like a necromancer and also a xenomorph. Also, as you might be able to guess, she's very resistant to dark damage, and given that that's our whole business, that's not good. So I'm gonna be stabbing the ever-loving shit out of her with my rapier. Avoid the vertical laser. That's Life Drain Patch. Stay away from those, they'll drain your health. But you can also break them with basically any action. Dodge the laser. And there goes Nashandra. We're still not done yet, though. Pop that bright bug.
Have come and gone. One drowned in poison, another succumbed to flame. Still another slumbers in the realm of ice. Not one of them stood here, as you do now. You, conqueror of adversities. Give us your answer.
Surprise! Aldia is the final boss. But he's not really the final boss in the traditional sense, he's just testing us. Wow, he's taking very little damage from my hexes. He's more resistant than Nashandra was, which is bad. Oh, this attack sucks. You want to just get a few hits in, and then get back away, because he can produce that flame aura around himself. What is he doing with this? And that will drain your health pretty fast. Ow! Ah! Shoot. I was fiddling with my spells too much. Okay, now he's taking normal damage. I'm not... Something was up with that. I'm not sure what. Oh, it's because he has the fires around him. That gives him a defense buff. Gotcha. I really like this boss theme, by the way. It's sad, like Gwyn's was, but in a different way. It's more brooding, I guess. Just stay away from him while he does that. Stab him in the face a little bit. Doing that is the best way I know of to dodge that attack. Only got one. Out. I'm trying to figure out why I can't use my other... Here we go. Oops. The old run and juke. Ow! Hiss! Screw off, Aldia. Okay, this mess again. Oh, he's doing it twice. 3 times in a row! Cool! Love that for me. Piss off with that shit. We almost got him. Listen, I don't care about your hobbies as long as it doesn't involve trying to murder me, alright? As soon as that's on the table, all bets are off. Come on. There we go. Final boss down.
I lost everything, but remain here patiently. The throne will certainly receive you, but the question remains. What do you want? Tell me. Light, dark, or something else entirely?
Okay, so I have a few things to talk about before we leave this room. First off, you don't have to do that boss rush all in one go. If you defeat one of the bosses and then die, that boss will stay dead. So if we were to defeat the Throne Watcher and Defender and then get murked by Nashandra, the Throne bosses would stay dead, which is nice. Second, and more importantly, I really like what these final fights are doing mechanically and how they link back to the game's like thematic stuff, like subverting gameplay tropes that the Dark Souls games themselves have set up. Like Nashandra walking through the boss fog into the arena, that's some spooky shit. Because the boss fog is understood to be like a contract of sorts. You step through here, you don't have to worry about anybody else except the boss. So to have an enemy walk through it towards you, that's some spooky shit. And I'm pretty sure this is like the only boss in the whole series that does that. Very cool. Also, the attentive of you may have noticed that Aldia didn't drop any souls, and he also didn't drop his boss soul because he didn't die. Whatever Aldia was doing to whatever his experiments were to try and break the undead curse, basically removed him from the cycle entirely. Whatever he is now, he's no longer human. Like, obviously from his appearance, but also from, you know, that whole shtick that I just talked about. That's very cool. Okay, so if we walk through there and take the Throne of Want, then Shanalot will say, "Hey, bud, this is all just gonna happen again. You fucked up. You're linking the fire, just gonna perpetuate the cycle." But since we've completed Aldia's questline, we can just leave. Leave the lands of Drangleic. Journey somewhere else in an attempt to break the undead curse. And now that we're like basically the closest thing this setting has to immortality, we're free to just live our own lives.
There is no path. Beyond the scheme of life, beyond the reach of dawn. What could possibly await us? And yet we seek it insatiably. Such is our fate.
So yeah, that was Dark Souls 2. Scholar of the First Sin. we're finally done with this playthrough that I started back in like February, March, a few months ago. But yeah, this was a lot of fun going through this game again. This Hex build was also a lot of fun. I'm kind of sad that the games after this didn't really make dark magic its own category like this game does, because hexes are like really fun. They require a lot of stat investment, but once you put in the work, you can just murder dudes up, just tear them a new one all over the place, which is definitely a well-constructed sentence. But I know this game gets kind of dunked on compared to the rest of the Souls games and From's modern output in general, but I don't know, I still like this game a lot. It has a certain vibe to it that the other ones don't quite have. And like I was saying earlier, back when we were killing crystal golems in the Ivory King DLC, it's just this game is like maybe the most methodical of the trilogy in terms of gameplay and stuff. It rewards patience, perhaps more than... Hi, Amy Evans. It rewards patience more than perhaps other games in the series do. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. As for what I'm going to stream next, I honestly don't know. I want to stream something shorter that I can do in like 4 or 5 sessions. That much I know. And I also want to get PS3 streaming set up and working, because I have a lot of ideas for games to stream on that now that I have a working PS3 again. Thank you again, Ixo. But yeah, I'm just not sure yet. I gotta settle on something. In the meantime, I'm definitely gonna take a week off, because that's what I always do. And that'll give me time to hopefully work out the technical issues of the PS3 streaming. And if I don't, then I guess... And if that doesn't happen, I guess I'll just, I don't know, find another PS4 game to do? I have some ideas. In the meantime, over on the YouTube side of things, the Tuesday after this VOD goes up, I will be uploading a new Let's Play series. I don't want to give away what it is yet, but I like it a lot. I've got almost the whole thing recorded. I just need to record the final video, which I'll probably do tomorrow. Or maybe Monday. I'm not sure yet. I'll give you a hint as to what it is. It's another furry visual novel. I can't help it, I like those. But yeah, that... And it's on the shorter side of things. The way I have it measured out, it'll be 8 videos long, so I'll be done with it sometime in early mid-July. Dude, no, not Echo. Aren't you subscribed to my channel? I literally have a 50 video series on Echo already. That was the first thing I did after Eternal Sonata. Was a reading of Echo, and God, that took a hot minute. But anyways, this series I'm doing now, it should be finished up by early mid-July. Then after that, who knows what I'm doing? I've got some ideas, but I don't want to plan too far out into the future. And now we watch the credits, which I'm hoping are going to end at some point. Oh, I was talking at the beginning of the stream about games I had been playing. I also started playing a game called Lunistus. It's a fast-paced platformer game. I forget what the developer's name is, but they made this other similar game called Tori 3D, which is kind of like a prototype for Lunistus in a lot of ways. It's fun. It kind of reminds me of Sonic Adventure, but like not as janky. It's very mechanically solid. And it seems pretty short, but I also think there are like other unlockable characters besides the one you play as, so that should give it some replay value. It's a fun time. I recommend you check it out. I don't know how much it is, but I know it's on Steam, and I don't think it's that expensive. What else? Yeah, so I'm playing OG Resident Evil 4 on PS4 right now. I think for my birthday this year, I want to get the new Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy game, because I enjoyed Curtain Call on 3DS a lot. And this new one seems pretty good. And I quite liked Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Pretty sure it's the same developer. So I know their chops are rock solid. And they're doing some DLC packs. So the already huge selection is gonna be even larger. There's like hundreds of songs in that game. But yeah, I might pick that up for my birthday. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I'm thinking of doing a lot of things for my birthday, honestly. Just really spoiling myself. And it's like, you know what? I got one life. I might as well. Shoutouts to Motoi Sakuraba. Still one of my favorite game composers. He and Yuka Kitamura did the music for this game. And then for Dark Souls 3, Kitamura returns and another person steps in instead of Sakuraba. I forget who they were, but they did a pretty good job. I'm stalling for time because the credits are almost over. I haven't just muted my microphone and signed off yet because I want to check what our final time is. I want to see our stats. I want to see our stats. Give me those numbers. Numbers. Said Solid Snake. It's kind of easy to do a Solid Snake impression. You kind of inflect your voice like this. Huh. Colonel. Colonel, I tried to take the Throne of Wands, but the clapping of my hexes keeps alerting the enemies. Huh. Numbers. Anyway, we're in Majula. We can start New Game Plus whenever we want, which is a good feature, instead of getting thrown straight into it like in Dark Souls 1. I'm going to pop every single one of these boss souls. I am probably not going to touch this character ever again, or at least not anytime soon. So, fun fact about Nashandra's soul: you can use it to make either the Scythe of Want, which is a pretty good weapon, or the Chime of Want, which is the strongest chime for hexes in the whole game. But nah, I'm just gonna spider and eat it. Can't use that one unless you have all the fragments, and I don't. I don't care to go get them.
Bearer of the... Until... If you find an S... So that...
What do I want to... What do I want to level? Nice round 30, and then... There we go. Level 189 is our final level. Here's our numbers. And our final time... I'm not sure. Can you check that from this? I might have to go to the main menu. Let me do that real quick. The title screen, I should say. Excuse me. Yes, go ahead and check. There is no new information. There will never be new information. 33 hours. I shaved a full 30 hours off of my first playthrough. Good God, Dark Souls 2 is a long game. Not bad, though. 33 and a half hours is pretty good time to go through basically all of the content. I didn't do the co-op areas and the DLC, but fuck that noise! But yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun going through this game. I'll probably stream Bloodborne at some point. Not directly after this, but, you know, sometime down the line. It's a pretty cool video game. I like it. So, until the next stream, I'll see y'all later. Bye!